Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Neoloop from WinningGalaxyEmpire.com, and this is going to be my second video, a little bit of a tutorial about the attacker death system and the death order. So, real simple. I want to keep this one under 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and launch 2 fleets to an NPC. We're going to use the alien brood here, which of course we can't see the level number since they cut off the right side of the screen for that now. But we're going to launch 2 fleets. Now, you've read my blog. You have heard me talk about how the selection of ships is what determines the attacker death order, and this is what we're going to simulate right here. So, very simply, I'm just going to use 2 types of ships. First, I'm going to select the Iron Behemoth, and I'm going to put in 3 ships, and I'm also going to throw in the cargo ship second, and I'll toss in 5,000. We're going to launch that fleet, and immediately after I'm going to do the exact same thing again, only this time I'm going to select the ships in a different order. I'm going to select the cargo ship first, launch 5,000, and also the Iron Behemoth. I'm going to take 3. And we're going to launch them. Now there's no indicator up to this point that the attacker death order is going to vary for either of those 2 attacks. However, once we get into our dispatch screen, we can actually see what the attacker death order is going to be. The first fleet that was launched has the Iron Behemoth dying first, and then the cargo ship dying second. Yeah, it's crazy, but the order that the ships actually appear here is the death order. So let's take a look at the second fleet, and now you'll see that the cargo ship is listed first and the Iron Behemoth is listed second. Now, I didn't feel like waiting around for 5.5 minutes for this to happen, so I went ahead and queued up this attack already once before. This would have been the Iron Behemoth first and then the cargo ship second. And we'll see here that of 5,003 ships, I lost 44 units. Go into the battle replay. We'll see that the Iron Behemoth is listed first, and I did still lose a few cargo ships each round. I didn't lose as many as if the cargo ships had been first, so I don't know the exact figures in this case, but the Iron Behemoth is absorbing the majority of the damage, and some of the damage is being passed through to the cargo ships. Let's take a look at the second one. Now this is the one where the cargo ships actually came first. So you'll see that we had, again, 5,003 units. Only now 94 units were lost. And you'll see that the cargo ships died first. And we lost more of them, of course. So in this scenario, it looks like the Iron Behemoth didn't absorb any battle damage at all. Now, this does vary from ship to ship. I've noticed that with light fighters, with cargo ships, and I believe with large cargo ships, that you will actually see some of them still die outside of the order. But whenever you look at, say, like a colony ship, an Iron Behemoth, if we were to simulate this again, the colony ship wouldn't absorb any damage if it were the second ship. It would all go straight to the Iron Behemoth. The majority of ships are like that, except for, like I said, I think from memory, the light fighters, the cargo ships, and the large cargo ships. Now, it's not a very large quantity, so I'm not too concerned about the number. It's a handful here and there. But there is a small amount of damage that does get applied to ships outside of the death order when you're the attacker. However, for defender, the death order is always the same, and that order is light fighter, heavy fighter, cruiser, battleship, dreadnought, bomber, cargo ship, large cargo ship, colony ship, recycler, probe, destroyer, interceptor, Iron Behemoth, devourer, and titanergetic frigate. The planetary defense does kind of, they mix in there somewhere. I did have the order before the GE Evolved update came out, and since then I just haven't taken the time to go back in and get it updated 100%. I have kind of a best estimate as to where I believe it goes, but I'm kind of running out of allies that I can attack and test this on, so it might be a little while before I get that 100% perfected. However, if you were to send one of every type of ship as an attacker, then the death order for your fleet is going to come out as in light fighter, heavy fighter, cruiser, battleship, dreadnought, bomber, destroyer, cargo ship, large cargo ship, colony, recycler, probe, iron behemoth, devourer, interceptor, titanergetic frigate. So that's if you send one of every type of ship. Now if you leave one of those ships out, like let's say we remove, for example, the oh, what the heck, let me pull up an example. Let's say we remove the probes from that example. Now the death order is actually going to change, and if we were to not send a probe but we were to select every other type of ship still, we would now have a death order of light fighter, heavy fighter, cruiser, battleship, dreadnought, bomber, destroyer, colony ship, iron behemoth, large cargo ship, devourer, recycler, titanergetic frigate, interceptor, small cargo ship. So you'll see that it really did mix up the death order quite a bit whenever you select just one ship different, or if you were to select things in a different order. We did see now how the cargo ship and iron behemoth are able to switch places as far as which ship dies first, or in this case with cargo ship takes the majority of the damage. If we were to face a much larger fleet, instead of just a few dreadnoughts like this, then you probably wouldn't see any more of those cargo ships that were in the second space of death order dying. However, in the first space, of course, you'd have a ton more going. Anyway, that's it for now. Just wanted to show you guys that quick example of how the selection of the ships by the attacker actually determines the death order. However, it is not in the order that you actually selected. The order isn't randomized, but I have yet to find a pattern. It just appears as though each way that I select the ship, a different order comes out. It's slow going. It is very slow going trying to figure this out, and as far as I can tell, the only way to do it is just to test every possible combination of ships and order of selection in order to find out what the best death order that you want to send at your targets is going to be. So any questions, take a look at my blog, and definitely comment below, or you can comment on the blog and let's get some dialogue going and see if we can't sort this stuff out. Hopefully this video will find its way over to some of the developers and they might kind of understand some of the challenges that we're facing. This is current version 1.9.6. I believe that's build 4669. I think that's how you call that. If you're playing on a newer version than this, then maybe they fixed this bug by now. So anyways, thanks. Check out the blog, WinningGalaxyEmpire.com, and look forward to seeing you guys soon.